I wouldn't be surprised if they also reveal later on that the keeper has hypnotized, had a son, and lost him.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with another episode of Fate Zero. I have to go and remind us what happened the last time.
Last time, the conclusion of the fight around the castle. The first part of that encounter was Saber and Lancer. For some reason, I want to say Fencer. Saber and Lancer versus Caster. They realized that they needed to go after the book. Lancer ran on the wind created from Saber's sword, attacked it, but before they could kill Caster, he went poof in a teleportation of blood and mist.
Nope, no teleportation. Remember, nobody can teleport. We already got covered by that.
Magically, maybe.
No, the thing said nobody can teleport.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna just read that as that person, I guess, spoiled that then. But
a not teleportation.
So yeah, just imagine that in that blood mist somewhere around there is Caster, despite being a raving lunatic and shouting everything.
Then within the castle, I can't remember the mage who controls Lancer.
Caneth,
almost died. However, the bullets that shot him will probably continue to affect him because they are made from the powdered ribs of our friend who is in control of Saber. And the last fight was the Mage Hunter versus the other side of those, and the person who is sort of masquerading as Saber's master. Didn't go so well for the ladies. However, it was then revealed that the hilt we saw at the beginning was on her, not the actual master. Saber showed up, healed, and we're all good now.
You're gonna be helped so much by the time I'll be able to show you the board.
I know.
I just don't want to spoil anything, so I can't throw it at you, but you'll have all the names in front of you.
But yeah, that is where we're at.
Well, I don't feel like I have any corrections or anything else to point out for you to remember. So, I mean, any other thoughts carrying over that you want to get out there before
I'm
the
happy
episode?
that Caster lived because we get to see his brand of crazy continue.
So you're happy that the kidnappings and murders will continue?
Yes.
See, I know that when I ask that, the normal ethical response is going to be no, but you always feel the sense that you need to double down. And well, I mean, you are the one who advocating for pointing guns at children, so.
It's true. It's true. Within the Gundam universe, I did.
We're a good duo. We're a good duo. I was just thinking, God, I can't remember what show it was that you said that in, and you're instantly responding with, "It was Gundam Universe." It's like, damn, I didn't even say the thought out loud. All right, well, I say let's go ahead and get into the show then, so we can see more guns pointed at kids.
Hell yeah. Fire away.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, looks like you're dead already.
No.
Well, to be fair, you are dead. Lancer, I mean. You died a long time ago.
ディルムット・オディナです。
ディルムッ
Probably ought not to do that. She seemed to be sitting on a throne next to somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, is he the Lancelot of his own story?
私を連れて
Of his own
I
mythos,
think he
rather?
might be. He might be the. He might be the unfortunate Lancelot of his own mythos.
Because that's obviously the queen.
Yeah.
喜べグラニア。フィンが俺たちのことを認めてくれたぞ。
But the mole thing is a curse. Women just fucking fall for him. And look at it. The king is even like a brother figure to him. It's fucking Lancelot in a different mythos. But it was all a Kenneth dream.
Yeah.
So, the question I have for you then, do you still think Berserker is Lancelot if we have King
Yes.
Arthur from King Arthur mythos themselves, and Lancelot essentially from a different mythos? So you still think Berserker is Lancelot, even though we already have a
Either
Lancelot?
Lancelot or Merlin. I don't know how Merlin works. I'm keeping that out there, but I actually think it's Lancelot.
You're saying you're keeping it out there, but you've already disavowed it, I think, a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I know, but strike that from the record. I'm bringing it back
What
up.
horrible type of writing would it have to be for to be so creative that you found Lancelot in a different mythology and pulled them in and made them so connected to Saber, who was King Arthur, that you're cross mythologizing two characters with the same story lines to then pull in just fucking Lancelot from the same mythology anyway.
I have a feeling there.
I think my
there was
problem
a
is you
clear-
haven't justified your feeling though. You just like, yeah, it's probably what's happening for no reason.
Well, because we don't have information on Berserker other than the fact that they went right after Arthur when given the opportunity.
今見ていたの
Well, we have the information that he's
デ
a
ィルムット
he's a guy in black armor, and even if he was from the
Yeah.
Arthurian legend, he could just be the Black Knight.
But that's too obvious.
Oh yeah, the Lancelot. That's the way to go.
気がついたようね。
ソランこれは一体私はなぜここにいる
何があったのか全く覚えてないの？
私は撃たれた。確かにボールメンハイドラグラムで防御したはずだが、私の体に何が。
全身の魔術回路が暴走した形跡があるわ。即死しなかったのは奇跡ね。とりあえず間に合ったのは臓器の再生まで。
So managed to
あな
survive,
たの魔術回路は
no longer
も
a
う
mage,
魔術の行使はできない。
Yay, Jesus.
which is the only thing he prided himself on,
私は
as we saw in the
Yep.
whole classroom scene.
諦めるのはまだ早いわ。私たちはまだ敗北したわけじゃない。
ソラ
聖杯が万能の願望機だというのなら、あなたの体を感知させることも十分に可能なはずでしょ。勝てばいいのよ。勝ち残って聖杯を手にすれば何もかも元通りになるわ。だから、ね、
That would be a bitch though, wouldn't it? You have to give up whatever you're going for just to get back to where you were before the war.
あなたに聖杯をもたらすために。
ダメだ。
私を信じられないの？アーチボルトに嫁ぐこの私が。
いや、だが。
He doesn't.
ソラン
Bitch, I already know you fell for the mole.
私でなく君に忠誠を誓うとでも思う。
Fealty to you.
ええ、 彼だって聖杯の招きに応じた英霊ですもの。聖杯を求める心は私たちと同じ。たとえマスターが交代することになっても、彼は目的のために受け入れるはずよ。
ソラウ、ランサーはそんな殊勝なやつじゃない。
どうしてそんなことを？
何を願うか、奴に問うた時、奴はこう言った。聖杯など求
See,
め
the
はし
confusing
な
bit is
い。
they're calling it the Holy Grail.
聖杯を求め
Yeah.
るサーバントなどありえない。何か本心を包み隠している。だが胸の内に何を秘めておこうとも、この霊樹がある限り私に従わざるを得ない。
ケーネス、
霊樹は
You don't have magic, bitch.
Well, she does.
ケーネス、分かってないのね。
That's what I'm
私
saying.
たちは
Well, you're
I'm
using the
talking
word
about him.
bitch, so it's really hard to tell which one you're talking about.
It's just not a gendered term.
Yeah, actually, it is, specifically with dogs.
True.
Joke's on you, I'm already in shock.
私程度の霊媒治療術だと、根付いた霊獣を強引に引き抜くまでは無理なのよ。本人の同意があって、初めて無抵抗にこれを摘出できる。どうしても納得しないというのなら、この右腕を切り落とすしか他になくなるけど、どうするの？
Yeah.
Argument here. Why couldn't you just then summon Lancer to protect you? I understand he
Exactly.
might not have the mana anymore, but you could still probably use a command. Well, no, if you... Can you use a command spell if you can't
I
cast
doubt
a
it.
spell?
しばらく彼女を見ててちょうだい。キリツグへ報告。
Remember, we're right on the edge where I don't know anything anymore.
心配してるの。
So,
Got it.
アイリスフィール、お願いがあります。あなたからキリツグに進言してほしい。直ちにキャスターの討伐に向かうべきだと。セイバー。
but yeah, no, I think even though we've never seen her cast a spell, it's obvious she can, because the whole magic families thing requires that she have a bloodline that be able to produce an heir that would be able to cast magic. So she must have magic
Agreed.
herself. Also, the fact she said she was a healer.
彼女、ここ一両日は動けないわ。
そうか。アイリたちはここに待機していてくれ。僕はケイネスの追撃に出る。
ちょっと待ってキリツグ。
セイバーはキャスターを早急に討ち取るべきだとでも言ったかい？ズボしか。
セイバーに腹を立ててるの？ランサーを阻止しなかったから。
アイリ、
I mean, I would be.
今ここで数十人の子供を救うことが僕たちの目的じゃない。セイバーはランサーが僕を殺さないと信じて疑わなかったのだろうが、もしランサーが裏切っていればどうなっていた？その時点で僕の聖杯戦争は終わっていた。
I get it.
彼女に僕の行く先を告げる必要はない。
I mean, it's very much an example of you had one job.
出てきてください。
ソラウ様、ケーネス殿の容体は？
芳しくありません。一通りの処置は施したけれど。あなたに咎はないわ。ケーネスの自業自得です。彼にこの聖杯戦争は荷が勝ちすぎていたということでしょう。
いや、
By the way, I don't think I've mentioned it before, but it really does build up on the previous scene
彼は
between
あなたのマスターにはふさわしくないわ。
Alexander
ギル
the
ムット
Great and Caneth.
Yeah.
Where Alexander says, I would never be the
ケ
servant
イネス
for
は
somebody
戦いを放棄し、マスタ
who
ーの
wouldn't
権
get in
限
the fight
を私
themselves.
に譲りました。
Damn, did she cut his hand off?
ケーネス殿に騎士として忠誠を誓った身です。
I think we'll see.
その申し出は承諾できない。
そんな、元よりあなたは私の魔力によって限界しているサーバントでしょ。そして今は0時までもが私の手にあるのよ。
私はサーバントである以前に、 一人の騎士なのです。忠義を尽くす君主はただ一人しかありえない。
私がマスターでは不足ですか？
それとこれとは話が違うと。
私の目を見て
Kind of the
話して。
inverse of the Saber situation. Saber's hanging out
Yep.
with the not master all the time.
ランサー、私と戦って、私を守って、私を支えて、私と共に聖杯を取って。
できません。ケーネス殿が戦いを放棄するというのなら、私も聖杯など求めはしない。
彼の体を癒すには奇跡の助けが必要だわ。それが叶うのは
Now that I cut his
聖
hand
杯
off.
だけでしょう。彼の負傷に責任を感じるなら、ロード・エルメロイの威信を取り戻そうと思うなら、あなたは主に聖杯を捧げなければ。
ソラウ様、あなたはケーネス殿の伴侶として、ただケーネス殿のためだけに聖杯を求めると。
Like I said, he's in the shit position of
そう。
not. By the way, not Henry Lancer. He Canis.
誓ってください
Of
ますか。
he had a goal when he entered the war, but now he can only get back to where he was before.
ケイネス・エ
He
ル
has
メロイ
to
の
fight
妻と
to
して
get back to normal.
夫に聖杯を捧げます。
Yeah.
This was an if this was an RPG and I was a player, I would be so angry right now.
同じ目だ。
If I didn't know this was coming, I mean.
Yeah.
俺は誰も恨んでいない。
It's the same kind of
運命の
rug
巡り合わせ
pull
があ
of
まりにも悪すぎた
you
だ
know,
けのこと。
spending hours making a character and all their equipment and everything, and then starting in a dungeon with all your shit taken away
前
from
世
you.
で叶わなかった忠説の道。もう
Yeah.
悲運を繰り返したくない。
And being the entire campaign to get back to your stuff.
前世において私もあまたの戦
Yeah,
に身を
entire
投じてきま
campaign,
した。
that's rough.
やむを得ず犠牲に目をつむることもありました。だからキリツグの考えも理解できなくはありません。しかし聖杯戦争には明確なルールがある。聖杯を求
So
めて無用な血
basically
が
have
流れるのを
a
取られた
Irish Lancer
サーバントによ
reliving
る代理戦争なんです。
Lancer
違います。
Lancelot. An
あいつ
Irish
lot.
Lancelot reliving his shit in the modern day for the people who
ランサーと
summoned
キ
him.
リツグが隠れて戦いなどしなかったらキャスターを打ち果たせていた。もう婿の子供たちが犠牲になる心配も消えていた。ランサーとも正々堂々決着をつけられていた。
Yeah, but this is war.
考え方を変える気がないのでしょう。
At this point, can you describe this as war, even though they call it the Grail War?
Yes.
これだけは
Yes,
信じて
literally one guy came into another guy's house and tried to kill
キリ
everybody
ツグと
there.
私の理想を実現させるためには
There's
誰
another
かがどうし
guy
ても必要よ。
performing a war on children.
So that's what I. To me, the scale isn't large enough for war. To me, this is a lot of agreed upon fighting.
It's not really agreed upon. We know you can't just ambush somebody and try and kill them.
That's the thing. Like, realistically, this should be like a group of 8 people being like, okay, cool. We have this really nice sports car. Whoever's the last one alive, sports car.
Yeah. Like those World War II, the vets that they put a bunch of money into a fund and whoever's the last one alive gets it.
Fair enough.
私の方こそ世話になっとったのですよ。ほれ、このかっこよいズボンも彼が見立てて買ってくれたのです。
それでアレクセイさんはいつまで日本に？
ええ、まあちょっとした野暮用が
Remembering that these two old people are still being like hypnotized.
もしよかったら
Yeah.
我が家に滞在なさってはどうですか？ウィーバーの部屋なら布団を敷けばあと一人は寝られるでしょう。なおウィーバー。
You think that man's fitting on a futon?
おこの国の寝具ですな。
ベッドではなく床に寝るというのは慣れないうちは奇妙なものでしてね。
それが異国の醍醐味というものでしょうな。未知なる驚きこそが我が歓喜。いつの時代もアジアは世を楽しませてやまない。
まさしくおっしゃる通りですな。
You picked Lancer.
帰りの時は霊体化しろって言っておいただろうが。
霊体化したらこれを持ち込むことができんだろうが。
Technically, you probably could have. We know you're just invisible.
そもそも命じたのは坊主。
Yep.
貴様ではないか。なんで制服をたる世がひなびた川っぺりで水汲みなどせにはならなかったのだ。
せんべいかじってビデオ見ているよりはよっぽど有意義だからだよ。
I was actually impressed on this one. And Waver's one of my dudes, so.
なんだ、錬金術の真似事か。
真似事じゃなくて錬金術そのものだ、バカ。
It's actually science when you think about it. It's not even alchemy.
術式残留物。
Yeah.
水の中にあった魔術の名残さ。かなり河口に近い位置で誰かが魔術を執り行ってたってことだよ。これを辿っていけばその場所をつかむ手がかりになるかもしれない。
ボス、あの川の水にそんなものが混じっていると最初から気づいていたのか。
まさか。でもせっかく町のど真ん中に流水がある土地なんだ。まずは水から調べるのが当然だろう。
Oh.
ライダー、こことここの間に何かあったか。排水溝とか。
I was impressed by this one.
おお、ひときわバカでかいのが一つあったが。
それだ。そいつを遡っていった先に多分キャスターの工房がある。
ボス、もしかして貴様とんでもなく優秀な魔術師なんじゃないのか。
こんなのは優秀な魔術師の手段じゃない。
It's not that he's a talented mage. It's the fact that he's had to become well-rounded.
僕をバカにしてるだろ。
何を言うか。下作をもって上首尾に至ったなら上作から始めるよりも数段勝る偉業ではないか。世もサーバントとして鼻が高い。よーし、居所さえつかめればこっちのもんだ。なあ坊主、早速殴り込むとするか。
待てこら、敵はキャスターだってな。
Again, there's also the elements of multi-tiered storytelling that are going on that I appreciate from all this. Like,
Yes.
Waver has hypnotized two people to pretend to be his parents. But it's literally, I think, Alexander that treats him more like a dad would the entire fucking time.
I wouldn't be surprised if they also reveal later on that the keeper has hypnotized had a son and lost him.
ならば世もまた敵の主給を持ち帰って報いるのがサーバントとしての心意気というものだ。
Because he doesn't seem malicious in what he's doing.
It's really hard for me to judge the maliciousness of these characters when we have Ryunosuke fucking down here killing kids. He really like lowers the bar that if Waver was doing malicious shit, by comparison, it's really hard to tell. Also, just rides through the tentacle monsters.
貯水槽か何かか、ここ。
ボス、これは見ないでおいた方がいいと思うぞ。
何言ってんだよ。キャスターがいないならせめて居場所の手がかりぐらい探し出さなきゃ始まらないだろ。
そりゃそうかもしれんが、やめとけ。
He's like, yo, fam,
うるさい。
take this one off. Yes, blood. Oh, that's a good visual shot. That series of shots is one. That's the wrong word. Impactful.
意地の張りどころが違うわ、バカ者。いいんだよ、それで。こんなもの見せられて眉一つ動かさぬ奴がいたら世がぶん殴っておるわ。
何がぶん殴るだよ、バカ。
Only a monster could see that and not be affected.
全然平気な顔して突っ立ってるじゃないか。
だっておい、今は気を張っててそれどころじゃないわい。なんせ世のマスターが殺されかかってるんだからな。
アサシン、そんなバカな。
So arguably, Assassin gets rid of your whole consensual thing about all these battles.
Not really, because that's Assassin's power. This is like someone who signed up not reading the terms and conditions.
どうして？
どうしてもへったくれもこの際関係なかろうて、一つ確かに言えることは、こいつらが死んだと思っていた連中は残らずたばかられたってことだわな。
逃げたのか？
油断するでない。
And technically, this is also the first time it's been revealed to them that Assassin is still alive.
ここは奴ら好みの環境だ。さっさと退散するに限る。
ここはこのまま放っておくのか？
調べりゃ何かわかるかもしれんが、諦めろ。とりあえずぶち壊せるだけは壊していくさ。それはそれでキャスターの足を引っ張る戦果にはなる。
The goddamn shoe.
It dropped.
True.
こうして根城をぶっ潰されれば、キャスターは逃げも隠れもできん。あとはふらふらと表に迷い出てくるしかあるまいて。奴らに引導を渡すのもそう遠い話じゃないさ。
ちょ、わかったからやめろそれ。
引き上げるぞ、ボス。
And I mean, in terms of scale, I don't know that scale even matters. There's it's a weird thing when you think about numbers. Like, to be a serial killer, the number of people you have to kill is surprisingly a lot less than you might think.
It's true.
A mass murderer only has to go double digits.
常に余裕を持って優が垂れ、戦いにも品格が求められるのだ。
だがあそこまで退屈な男とは思わないんだ。
ライダーの切り札をつかむ好機は必ずや訪れる。アサシンには細心の注意を払ってライダーの監視を続けさせよ。
了解しました。我が師よ。
There's no way Assassins could ever take out Ryder on an even playing field.
I think Assassin could do it. However, it would have to be the perfect setup.
And I think like a lot of Assassin's tricks no longer are in play here because the target is a fucking summon. You didn't really need to eat or drink or anything. It didn't seem like it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Gilgamesh drinking, but I think that's just because Gilgamesh is like, the word's not coming to me. I can't even think of it. He's all about pleasure.
I want to say
can't
pompous,
remember.
but that's not the correct term.
Well, no, he's all about pleasure, and there's like a one word thing that describes
Hedonistic?
Yeah, hedonistic. He's a hedonist. Because I don't think we've seen any other summon eating or drinking.
No, we haven't.
Maybe they could poison Waver? I was about to say, that'd be a bitch move. It's like, yeah, that's what Assassin's all about, though. Assassin put all their points into bitch moves.
I wouldn't be surprised if Waver's done something to counteract that.
Waver wasn't even prepared to see dead children. I don't think
That might be the case, but
Waver's innocence is the
that's other
problem.
people.
私にだって手伝えることはきっとあるわ。まさか冬木に行ったなんて。
これが魔党の魔術だよ。
今から俺らパーティー始めるとこなんだよね。
こんなんじゃ何にもできない。
Character you probably forgot about.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I say his innocence. He's clearly hypnotizing an elderly family in order to get him free room and board. But I mean, I don't think he's considered what it means to be in the Grail War. Because he goes from hyperactive, full of plans and whatnot, and instantly to oh god, what the fuck is going on here? So, I think he like jumped in head first and now he's in over it. And it's really just
I agree with that.
It's Alexander that's dragging him along at this point.
So what I think could be the case is all of the outside stuff and the collateral damage to him is the stuff he did not expect. I think he expected that he could be a target, but not seeing the crazy that's come out. So I think if there's anyone or any two people who are likely to be prepared for poison or those indirect or those subtle direct attacks, it's him and the mage and the mage killer.
I would argue that probably none of them are, only because Alexander just discovered that Assassin was still alive. They've all probably written Assassin off as dead up until this point. And I don't know that Waver and Alexander are fucking talking to anybody right now.
Oh no, so I'm not talking about Assassin specific. I'm not talking about from Assassin. I'm just talking about in general. And I don't think it's likely, but I think if there was any two, those would be the ones that would be prepared in those instances, especially since Waver's shown a knowledge base for alchemy.
I honestly do not think Alexander is prepared for a poison, only because I believe that's one of the ways people think he may have died. That he was fucking poisoned. I understand it would be the thing to do as a writer, is to say, oh, I'm prepared for it after I was fucking killed by it once, never again. But I also think it would be a masterstroke to take everybody out the same way that they died the first time. You know, King Arthur gets betrayed by someone close to them. Our Irish Lancer, Lancelot, I don't know why I keep saying Lancer. Our Irish Lancelot is gonna get betrayed by Sula Il, you know, because of the whole cheating on the... Because obviously Kenneth is the king in this perspective, and he's gonna do the whole wife. Everybody is gonna fall to their own mythos, which one is a great way to teach the people watching the show who these characters are by having them just kind of replay out their own storylines, but in a different setting with different people around them. It's kind of genius if they do it.
See, I'm fine if they do that on one condition. Have one or two that don't fall to their past.
Well, I think the thing is that we know that it's been covered that there's certain things that are like real here that aren't real in reality, and that they don't take part in the mythos, like Bluebeard summoning Cthulhu, or Cthulhu tentacles and shit like that. Like, that's not real. So already Bluebeard's kind of outside the element.
Not really, because if you look at the scenes we've seen from Bluebeard's past, it's clearly a case of a witch hunt.
No. I'm saying that Cthulhu isn't real. It's like if Sherlock Holmes got summoned. Sherlock Holmes is not a real person. So, the fact that Bluebeard is like holding a Cthulhu book and everything because Cthulhu is real in Fate Zero, or the Cthulhu mythos is real in Fate Zero. That's what I'm saying. He's already outside the bounds of.
But you can still look at what happened within the mythos of the said characters and said influences and use that as the guide for what is real in the show.
No. I'm saying that if anybody is able to evade their own mythos ending, it's the people that are already half in on a mythos that isn't real. Bluebeard may in reality have been hung for crimes against that he did in reality, but this Bluebeard has fucking real spells and is half in some other mythology. He might be able to evade what happened to real Bluebeard because he's got shit added.
I can see that.
Same thing for Saber. Saber might be able to evade King Arthur's end of story because Saber has shit added to their story that isn't in the real mythos. Versus, it seems like, oh, that's why I keep calling him Lancer. He's fucking Lancer. Sorry, I'm like brain drained all of a sudden. Lancer, for all intents and purposes, seems to be exactly as he is in his own mythos. He's not had anything added. Alexander the Great doesn't seem to have had anything added. Gilgamesh doesn't seem to have anything added. They're all perfectly able to fall to whatever they fell to.
I see it.
Well, anything else to add?
No. I think it's been clearly put out there.
All right then. Well, I guess that is us. Sorry, that's it for us today. I have been Theta. This has been Justin. We've been Stone Face Reactions. We will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?